What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Episode 49 today of the Vikings franchise, and we are here in week 15 about to take on the Detroit Lions, and a win today could potentially give us the NFC North. It depends on what happens with the Packers game, I believe, because I know that if we can get to 12 wins, the worst we can do is 5 losses, but I'm not sure where the tiebreaker lies with us and the Packers, so we're going to treat it as such today that we need a Packers loss as well, but we're really close. We're really close to clinching the NFC North before we get into the last few of our games. I contemplated skipping over this game, but I really want to make sure we show our division rivals at least once a year, right? We showed the Packers and Bears twice each. We didn't see the Lions the last time we played them. This time, they're coming to our house. Bullard's coming off of a big game. I want to see this game. I did want to take a quick look back at the week that just was against the Bears, just for a recap. Maybe some of you guys didn't see that game. Bullard had himself an amazing debut as a starting quarterback. 135.6 passer rating, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers. He did take 4 sacks, but we know that the Bears defensive line is good. I wasn't expecting us to avoid sacks all game long. I thought he played exceptionally well. 26 of 34. Every 3 of his 4 passes every time was getting completed. Like that's a big number. That's awesome to see, especially for such a young guy who is overall is really not there yet. He's showing us that he can handle the weight of being a starter. We had another rough week on the ground though. Glover only getting 51 yards on 18 carries. I don't know if it's going to change much this week either, because it is another division game, and we know it's always seems to be a tough go against our division opponents, but I'm still hoping that we can turn that around this week and get ourselves back on track on the ground, because he's been having a really good season so far, aside from the last few weeks. We finally got Justin Jefferson back involved last week. 8 catches, 133 yards, and a touchdown. I'm not sure what changed. We've been sort of running the same stuff when it comes to training and game planning. But this last week, it was just, I guess it was just his time. I hope it continues. Maybe Bullard looks for him more than Hopkins did. I'm not 100% sure. But you can just see how much better the offense runs when we're having Jefferson involved. And I want to see that again. Another big performance from Irv Smith, 8 catches, 81 yards. And then even a big performance from Kenny Williams, 6 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown. I really want to start building him up. He seems to have more of a, just energy about him than Derek Wilcox does. And I'm going to be honest, this week I want to try and see if we can work in Jason Johnson and maybe even Taven Smith a little bit behind Kenny Williams and just see what those guys have now that we're gearing towards the end of the season. Defensively, Martin Jefferson was the one who led us in sacks with 2.5. Danielle Hunter surprisingly only had a half of a sack, and as you can see, that was also part of Martin Jefferson's sack total. And then we also saw a pick for Connor McElroy, who hasn't had many plays like that, but he took advantage of a really good play. He stood in his spot, Fields threw it right to him, and he got himself an interception. I think that was his first of the season. I'll have to go and check that. Now let's take a look and see what the Lions have done since we played them last time in week 7. So of course that was the sim game that was the game that I watched. That was actually the game that I tested with, and it was a great game. After that, they beat the Browns, they beat the Giants, and they beat the Ravens. Fell victim to the Raiders, beat the Bears, and then came back and beat the Packers last week. So it looks like they've actually had a pretty good last 8 weeks of the season, only taken a couple of losses. Other than that, some big wins. Offense has been performing very well. Defense, not so much. So it looks like we might have to deal with some firepower today. Now looking at the season stats for the Lions, Caleb Byron having a really good second year really as starter. Over 3,200 yards, 23 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, a pretty good completion percentage as well. Rating over 100. Not taking too many sacks, 29 on the year, especially for a guy who's not considered to be agile. That's not too bad. Rushing, Kareem Hunt, he might not have the yards total, but he has been getting it done in the end zone. We know that he was out for a while, which could have been hurting his yards per game average a little bit. As you can see, he's only played 9 games this season. Kenneth Gainwell tried to step in, but he just really didn't have the same, the same impact as Kareem Hunt. And then Justin Barton was the goal line guy when he was out, and he performed pretty well, 6 touchdowns. Receiving, they have a really good receiving core. We know this. They have Jacoby Myers, who plays usually within the slot a lot of the times. Keenan Allen came over from LA in the offseason. He's their second leading receiver yards-wise, but leads the team in touchdowns with 8. TJ Hawkinson is always going to be a beast, leading the team with receptions with 63. And then Odell Beckham Jr., another guy who came over this past year, he's got 644 yards and 2 touchdowns. So 2 receivers that we have not seen yet. Well, I've seen, but you guys have not. Keenan Allen and Odell Beckham Jr. to go along with Jacoby Myers. You can sort of see why this offense has been putting up as many points as they have. Like, granted, these guys are obviously past their prime, but they are still very talented receivers. Caleb Byron finding ways to get them all involved, and I'm sure it's helped to elevate him as well. Along the defensive line, Connor Johnston continues to be a force for them, 8.5 sacks on the season. James Street from the middle of the line has 5 of his own. Percy Clifford, rookie D tackle, 4.5. Romeo Okwara still holding on to that starting spot with 3. Tremaine Chamberlain stepping up, 3 interceptions, leading the team so far this year. Avonte Maddox with 2, and then a few people with 1. This will be the first time we get a chance to see Dorian Peak, the first-round pick that they had last year. He's now up to an 81 overall. This is one of the guys that I really liked. I was hoping we could land him, but obviously we were not high enough on the board to get him. But I'm still happy with Nazir Ward. I'm not too upset with that. I think we got probably one of the best safeties, in my opinion, especially for where we got him. I think it was a second, third round. Taking a look at his attributes, you can see that he's not really overly good at anything, but he's good at everything too. Like, he's not over the top with any specific thing like hit power or pursuit or coverage, but he's good everywhere. 79 zone, 78 tackle, 79 pursuit, 79 hit power. He's got good speed, good awareness. Play rec is even pretty good. So he is going to be a really good safety for them. I don't know how long it'll take, but it'll get there. This is going to be the first time that we take on a team, I think, in quite some time where the overall matches our defensive overall rating too. Like 87 offense versus our 87 defense. Of course, our offense outweighs their defense by quite a bit, and hopefully that can help us keep up with their offense throughout the game. We did have a couple of stories come through in the last couple of weeks that I wanted to share with you really quick. The first one here is about the top quarterback, Christian Clark. It says he looked uncomfortable all game long as Notre Dame struggled to establish any offense during their bowl game. Luckily, we're not looking for a quarterback, so that's not really going to affect us at all. But the next one definitely is very intriguing. Right guard Nick Clements, that was one of the 3 guys that we are looking at. Georgia product Nick Clements made his presence felt all game, receiving an A grade from many draft pundits. Which means now that he might have just gotten that much harder to get in the draft based off of that. And then there was a third one here. Someone should tell wide receiver Marco Lloyd he can use a glove when playing softball. Just made a diving barehanded catch in a charity game. I have no idea what that means or how that would affect somebody, or if that's just a filler, but whatever, it is what it is. As for information though, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to touch on before the game. Now let's go ahead and get down to the field and take on the Detroit Lions. We are back home in US Bank Stadium to take on the Lions. We come in at 11-2. Wow, 3-2. We come in at 11-2. Detroit coming in at 9-4. And it's a big game, guys. Tyrone Bullard's first chance to show the home crowd what he can do as our starter. Can we seal the division with a game today? Can we do it? I mean, we need the Packers for sure, but we could potentially bring home another NFC North matchup or championship if we can pull off today's game. Bullard versus Byron should be a good matchup. I'm sort of looking forward to it, the future. You can see there. Oh, listen. Is it coming? Oh, yes. The Gallahorn sounds. You know what that means. It's time for kickoff. Here he comes, Tyrone Bullard, rookie quarterback. Last week had an incredible performance. As you can see so far in the season, 499 yards, 4 touchdowns, 38 of 51 completions. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from him. We're going to open things up on offense here at home, and hopefully we can pick up where we left off last week, and that was clicking on all cylinders on the offensive side of the ball. 1st and 10, Bullard's going to hand it off to Glover on the first play, and he's able to get out to the 39. Nice opening carry for him. As you can see there, 990 yards, only 10 yards away from breaking that 1,000-yard mark, and I think he's easily going to do that today. Bullard, short drop, stepping up in the pocket, lets it go, caught, and is Jefferson out to the 48-yard line, gain of 8. 2 plays back-to-back going for 8 yards apiece. And now here on 1st and 10, we got single back, handoff to Glover. Glover streaking through the hole, and he's down to the 44. Another nice carry for him, another 8 yards. Big man Oscar Pitts now checking in on 2nd and 2 in the I formation. Derek Barnes is in motion. And we're going to go to Pitts. And Pitts able to muster up enough to get the first. Got stood up at the line, but second effort ends up pushing him past to give us another fresh set of downs. Now Bullard going to throw it, a quick throw, and once again it's Justin Jefferson trying to break free but stumbles down at the 33. Liking the play calling right now. Pitts checked in once again. Barnes in motion once again. And we're going to go to him again, and oh, that time they were ready for it. Nothing available but a yard. Bond on the stop. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1, our first 3rd down of the drive. What are we going to do here? Bunch set to the right. Jefferson split all alone to the left. Bullard back, pressure coming, and he's going to go down. You know who? It's James Streets breaking through the middle of the line and getting the sack. And just like that, the Lions are going to end our hopeful opening drive. I'm hoping we punted here. Yeah, there was just, when you get pressure up the middle, it is so hard to be able to escape it and then, of course, dial back in and make a play on it. Bullard does what he can, and we are going to try a field goal. I'm not happy about this, but it is what it is at this point in the game. We just got to deal with it. 4th and 10, kick is up, and it is just short. Detroit's going to get the ball in a very, very good spot. Detroit comes out on offense, starting at their own 48-yard line. Single back set, quick drop back for Byron, throws it outside to Hunt. And Hunt not able to get back to the line. A loss of 2, good job by Cameron Curl getting down there to force him out. Emptying us out here. Byron back under pressure, he gets rid of it just in time, deep down the field, and it is incomplete. Excellent play by Dantzler. Stride for stride with Jacoby Myers. And now 3rd and 12. Shotgun. Byron back to pass. Lets it go again to the right side. And again, another play made by Cam Dantzler. That was Beckham. That's who he was covering the last 2 plays. It was Odell Beckham Jr. There you see the playoff picture as it stands today. The 49ers have already clinched, of course, because of the division they're in. We are sitting atop the conference by 2 games. Detroit still in the wild card. We could actually possibly push them out today with a win. 1st and 10, Bullard, drop back, looking, lets it go, and just misses Barnes. Completely misses him. I think the pressure got to him, which, we're going to see from time to time with a young quarterback. But he had Barnes open. He just missed him. I mean, Barnes could have moved a little bit to try and catch it too, so I guess both parties are to blame. Bullard stepping up, and he's going deep himself down the field, one-on-one, and it's intercepted. It was short for Peoples, and Akuda was there. There is a flag down. Let's see what the call is, and it's going to be roughing the passer. We catch a break. Alfred Hurd ran into Bullard, and we escape a turnover. Now let's just go back to what was working the last drive. Oh boy, and it didn't work. Try to go to Glover. He's able to get 2 yards. But the lane closed up rather quickly. And now it looks like we're going to have to throw it again. 2nd and 8. Bullard rolling. And he lets it go. And it is somehow caught, but they say out of bounds. Jefferson couldn't keep his feet down. And it's going to be 3rd and 8. Bullard, he's going to take off with it, and he gets the first down with his legs, and that is why I love having him as our quarterback, because when all else fails, he can get out of the pocket, he can make the plays with his feet, and he doesn't take those negative 20-yard sacks like Hopkins does. Just scanning the field until the last moment. He knows he's got enough room for the first. Maddox does not come up to cover him until way too late. probably back in coverage, playing man or in a zone, and you have to decide, do I go up and play the quarterback and leave somebody open, or do I just let him get the yards? And there, Maddox chose to let him get the yards. We get the first down, and now we're back to the 41. Glover takes the handoff, and he's got a huge lane out across midfield down to the 45. And I know for sure now that he's got 1,000 on the season. 4 carries, 32 yards for him today. Dorian Peak, the rookie, in on the stop. And another handoff, and another hole for Glover. And he's down to the 36 now. Another 9 yards. And now we're going to go and spread them out. Bullard letting it go towards the end zone, and it is caught, but he's pushed out. Excellent play by the corner there. Use the sideline to his advantage, 3rd and 1, and you have to think we're going to hand it off. It looks like Pitts is in the backfield right now. That's what we do, hand off to Pitts, and he's got a big lane, and he himself gets down inside the 25 to the 23 for another first down. And he's going to take the handoff again, but oh man, the line got shoved back. James Streets just destroying the front line there with Connor Johnston, and Pitts had nowhere to go. Nice play by the Detroit defense there. That line is so, look at that. 2 superstars and an X factor on that line. Bullard rolling over the middle, shot caught, and it is, who was that? Justin Jefferson again, down to the 16-yard line, his 3rd catch so far today. Another 3rd down, though. 3rd and 3. Bullard rolling, fires, caught. It's Peoples reaching forward, but brought down at the 2. Another great play. Peoples just sitting in the zone, and he's going to pick up 15 yards. Now we come out in the goal line situation here. Oscar Pitts in the backfield, Walden in front of him. We're going to hand it off to Pitts, and Pitts once again held up. This front line for Detroit is one of the best units we play every year. And now we're going to decide to go back to the shotgun. 3 receivers split out. Peoples and Jefferson over there. Jefferson is in motion. And it's a handoff to Glover. Glover sneaking through, and oh man, they say he's short. I thought he had it. I could have swore he passed the line of the end zone there. He must have at least landed on the line. Are we going to get a replay of that? No, we're not. And they're not going to challenge it either. So here it is, 3rd and 1, back in goal line. Pitts in the backfield. Do we go back to the ground? We go with a pitch play, and it does not work. Detroit with a goal line stand. Last time out, they had a quick 3 and out. What can they do on the second drive? Byron looking over the middle, strike to Hawkinson, and it is complete out to the 31, a gain of 15. First completion of the day for Detroit. First down as well, coming here at the end of the first. We've done a great job on offense of controlling the tempo and the time of possession. Play action to Hunt. Byron again over the middle, and this time he's got Keenan Allen out to the 45. 3 catches, 95, and a touchdown for him last week. He is a guy that we definitely, you got to sort of pick your poison with these guys once again, because you got OBJ, you got Keenan Allen, and then Hawkinson and Meyer are formidable wideouts and receivers themselves. Another throw over the middle. This time it's OBJ streaking down the middle of the field to the 38. And Detroit, just like that, going from they're deep in their own territory all the way down to the 38 of ours. And we might get one more play here. Yes, we will. Handoff to Hunt, and Nazir Ward does a nice job of cutting him off. Gain of 3, and that is the end of 1. 2nd and 7 to open up the second. Hawkinson in motion. Watch for the handoff to Hunt here. That's what it is, handoff, and Martin Jefferson thought the same thing. He was ready for it. Brings him down to the 33. They'll give him a yard. Another 3rd down. Oh, delayed handoff. And he's gonna, no, we give it to him. Jefferson, what were you doing, man? We had him stopped, and then Jefferson comes flying in like an idiot and tackles him forward. Jeez, man, you can't make that stuff up. That's a stop right there. 1st and 10 now from the 27 for Detroit. Byron, quick throw, and it's batted at the line. Jefferson making the play. Yeah, you make a couple more plays and make up for that stupid decision on 3rd down there. 2nd and 10 from the 27. OBJ in motion. Handoff to Hunt. Hunt trying to get outside, but he cannot. Jeremy Chin and Jefferson cutting it off. And that's going to be brought down at the line. Another 3rd and long for Detroit. This drive has not seemed to stop them. Byron under pressure, and he's going to go down. Danielle Hunter with the sack all the way back to the 42-yard line. A huge loss of 15 on 3rd down, and that is tough. I mean, you just ruined pretty much even your chance at a field goal with that play. Offense has moved rather well all game. Can we continue it here in the second? Another handoff to Glover, and Glover spinning off of Devondre Campbell's hit, but brought down shortly after at the 24. Shotgun on second. Bullard going to throw under pressure immediately. Gets rid of it, and a beautiful catch outside to Whiting. And that's going to put up to the 30-yard line and give us 3rd and 1 here. Very nice job by Whiting keeping his balance in bounds long enough to secure that catch. Now what do we do here on 3rd? We go for the run? We do. We go for the run, and Glover's got a lane. Gets out to the 2nd level, which is enough for the 1st. Quick handoff to Glover, and that time Johnson was not having it. He was ready for it. Loss of 1 on the play. Bullard back, stepping up in the pocket. He's going to air this thing out down the sideline to the end zone, and it's caught by Kenny Williams to the 1-yard line. Are you kidding me? Look at him elevate right here. He's one-on-one with Okudah, and look at the speed. Okudah tries his best, but then the way it's aired out, he gets leverage on him. Maybe even gets away with a little bit of a push-off, but makes the catch. Just could not get it in the end zone, but it's going to set us up with a 1st and goal from the 1. 64 yards on that play there. Bullard with an amazing throw. Glover, handoff, touchdown, and there it is, 9-0 with the extra point coming. Offense moving very, very fluid today. Detroit comes out here once again. So far, they've only had 2 drives. Like I said, we've been killing the time of possession. Handoff to Gainwell, who comes flying up the field. Excellent job by the offensive line, opening up a hole. Nice little cutback lane there, and Gainwell takes it up to the 29. Best run of the day by far for Detroit. Of course, Gainwell, the former Eagle, coming in during the free agency period this past offseason to back up Kareem Hunt. And now Hunt takes it, and Coleman is not having it. Loss of 1 on the play. Back to the 28. They don't really say that he lost a yard, but, well, the field marker says otherwise. 2nd and 10, empty backfield here for Byron. Quick throw, Hawkinson, and he's going to get out to the 32-yard line for a gain of 4. 3rd and 6. Skull chant going. Can we get off the field? Byron looking, lets it go over the middle, and it's caught by Keenan Allen. A nice pass right there. Allen using his sure hands to bring it in and fall forward to make sure he got that 1st down out to the 41. James Street apparently mad on the sidelines already, man. It's only the 2nd quarter. Calm down, dude. 1st and 10. Byron. Drop back. Lets it go. And oh, McElroy. What were you doing? That's a touchdown, man. McElroy doesn't go for the interception. And, man, that was rough. They go back to Kareem Hunt off of the left side. And Cameron Curl was ready. Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd and 11 coming up. Man, that was 6 points right there. We just dropped it. 3rd and 11. Byron. Under pressure, dumps it off. Once again to Gainwell, but this time there was no room. Whitehead was ready for it. And we're going to get the ball back once again. We come back out at the 17. Looks like Jefferson is in his mode right now. I'm not sure why, but he is. And we're going to go to him on the first play. And he'll get out to the 19-yard line. Short gain of 3. And now he lines up on the other side, still in the slot. And Bullard faked running it, then throws it down the middle. And oh, Kenny Williams cannot hold on. A nice play by the Detroit defense, knocking the ball loose. And now on 3rd and 7, we're going to empty him out here. 5 wide. Bullard Over the middle, and he's got a man. It's Irv Smith out to the 37. 18 yards on third down will put us out to the 37, and now another chance for Bullard. Rolling out, lets it go, and he's got Whiting, and Whiting's got another first down. Got to make sure we throw something to Jefferson here, otherwise I think he goes out of his zone after so many not targets, right? 1st and 10, Bullard going, another pass to Whiting, and another first down. And yep, just like that, now he's out of his zone. Should have taken advantage of that, but hey, we're moving the ball. Let's not complain. 1st and 10. Uh-oh, blitz coming. We pick it up nicely. Bullard's not going to stick around for it. Takes off for a nice short gain of about 4 yards. Great job by the running back. I think it was Glover picking up the blitzing defender. Bullard again going down the right side, and it's caught. And it's Timmy Peoples making the catch. Yeah, I gave Timmy Peoples a little bit better gear. Just threw some white gloves on him. Little visor action. Oh, I like to change up the gear sometimes, you know. 1st and 10 now from the 12. Bullard to throw it. Rolling out, and he just throws it away. Live to see another day. 2nd down. Williams split out to the right. Jefferson in the slot to the left. Bullard scanning. And he's going to take off with it. Doesn't see anything. He's got running room, and he tries to power through, but he's brought down at the 2-yard line. He had a head of steam, but the Detroit Lions had a little bit more steam to them, and Okudah makes the stop at the 2. Gives us another first down, and now Pitts checks in. A pitch play to him, and this time he's going to walk in untouched for a touchdown. 16-0. We're rolling right now. Yeah, they found those passing lanes towards the end of the first half. And let's see, Byron now looking to go back to them. That was working before. Over the middle, another nice catch. Keenan Allen working against Connor McElroy, and he's going to get across midfield, and Devontae Coleman is hurt. Oh, man, don't go back to the locker room. Just go chill on the sidelines for a few. Oh, come on, man. Oh, well, I guess it's some Kevin Menical time. 1st and 10 now from the 45. Detroit moving the ball well here. Only took a minute off the clock so far. And Byron working under pressure, and Menical on his first play in is going to get a huge sack to push him all the way back to the 41. A loss of 14. 2nd down, 24 to go. Byron back. Under pressure again. This time it's Ware who gets the sack back to back. And they went from the 41 of our territory all the way back to the 27. A loss of 28 yards on 2 plays. 3rd and 38 coming up. I swear to God, if we give this up, I might turn this game off. 3rd down. Allen is in his mode. They have to go deep here. They need a huge play. And he's going to dump it down and just give his punter some more room. Glover's first half stats were pretty good. 10 carries, 54 yards, of course, our first touchdown. Let's see here in the second half. Do we continue to try to take the top off with the throwing, or do we try to go back to the ground game and see if we can get him a nice day on the ground? He hasn't had one in a while. And we are going to go to him, and he's got a nice block. Nelson, they tried to do a stunt there. Campbell came down. Nelson picked it up. We're able to get 9 on the play. That's 100 yards now on the ground total for us. Another handoff, Glover, and he's able to get the first, it looks like, but nothing more. Eric Lowry in on the stop. 1st and 10. That's his first tackle of the day. Usually he's all over the field. Bullard going to throw it this time. Pressure coming. He gets rid of it to Jefferson for a short throw to the 36. We're getting the ball to Jefferson, but he's not making those big plays yet. I'm hoping that changes here soon. 2nd and 7, handoff. Glover trying to work his way through, but Detroit does a pretty good job that time, bringing him down after just a few. 3rd and 4, and we are going to go empty backfield here. Bullard under pressure. He's going to just chuck this thing up deep, and it is caught again by Kenny Williams. One-on-one jump balls are Kenny Williams' favorite at this point now. And that time, I think he was working against, what was his name? Is it Chamberlain? He's their leading he's leading the team with interceptions, but Williams is being too much for him right now. 1st and 10. 2 catches, 105 yards for Kenny Williams. Handoff, Pitts. Nice cut through the line, gets 3. I want to see him lower his shoulder more. He doesn't seem to do that enough. 2nd down, 7 to go. Bullard, gonna throw it. Lets it go outside. It's Whiting making the catch down to the 13. 3rd and 2 coming up here. Bunch set up to the left side. Williams at the front. Jefferson split out. Smith on the inside of it. Bullard blitzing defender is going to get through and gets the sack. Glover tried to go low, but he got justice on that the last time he blitzed, and he learned from it, jumping over Glover to get the sack. Look at that. That is some instinctive football. You remember about 3 drives ago, Glover did that exact same thing and took him out, and it ended up leading to a huge pass, if I remember correctly. This time, he saw it coming. He jumps over Glover and makes the play to force the field goal. Wallace looking to go 2 of 3, and he does. 20-0 here with 7:02 left in the 3rd quarter. Pump fake. Byron going to the left, and it's intercepted! Mike Hughes with his 7th of the season, and it looks like he can be gone! Yes, he is! Touchdown! Pick 6 for Mike Hughes. 26-0. Byron thought he was slick with the pump fake. Mike Hughes says, no, not today, man. And we get ourselves a defensive touchdown, and this game is pretty much over at this point. The pump fake. Uh-oh, don't do this again. This time he doesn't throw it the same way. Oh, and a fumble! Antoine Whitehead gets the fumble. He forces it and picks it up. And just like that, every single time Detroit tries to get anything going, we just pull the rug out from under them. They have 2 more shots here at the end zone. Oh, man, I just know it. That just sucks. Uh-oh, Byron. Oh, maybe not. No, we're going to get a fumble, and Markel Ware is gone. Get it? Does he have enough juice, though? Oh, no, he slows down. And Gainwell chases him down at the 8, but that's going to be game. I was proven wrong. We're going to get the shutout in against Detroit thanks to a sack fumble. And Markel Ware just did not have the stamina to get the last 8 yards. Of course, handoff, and we're going to get another touchdown just to rub it in. Glover gets his 2nd of the day. He might not have had the most yards, but he did have a much more productive day today, and he'll get 2 scores out of it. 33-0 over Detroit, and here comes the extra point to make it a 34-0 game. We get the shutout at home, our final division game. We finish at 4-2 in our division standings and move to 12-2 on the year. An incredible performance by both our offense and our defense. Tyrone Bullard showing that he's got so much potential. We may have had a huge game, but it did come with a loss. Devontae Coleman will miss the next 3 weeks with a dislocated elbow, which means that it's going to be on Kevin Menical and TJ Slayton to fill in his spot while he's gone. So unfortunate there, but hey, we got a huge win, 34-0. We blew out the Lions. We shut out the Lions. We moved to 12-2. And now I'm ready to see what happens when we go ahead and sim this week. We have a short week coming up against the Steelers, who are currently sitting at 9-5. We'll check that out. We'll have that game, of course, at our next video. Really good turnout today. It ended up being a blowout, which I did not see coming. Bullard's continuing to have a really, really good run for us at quarterback, which I wasn't sure if we would get that or maybe some in between because he is a rookie. He's not that high of an overall, but in my opinion, he's playing light years better than what Taylor Hopkins was. So at this point, Bullard is for sure the starter moving forward. Unless something drastic changes, I don't see any reason to go away from that. And hey, you know, like I said when I drafted him, it's going to give us some type of leverage in draft capital eventually, whether it was moving on to Tyrone Bullard or, you know, keeping with Taylor Hopkins and trading Bullard. But now with moving on from Hopkins, we have a very, very valuable piece. And who knows, maybe he fits at another offense, but he's not working with us. So it'll end up being a storyline to watch heading into the offseason. As for now, that is where we're going to end the video. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, make sure you subscribe and turn on that bell notification. Also, leave me a like on this video if you like what you're seeing, and I'll see you guys next time.